There's like a news update I just called us about a few moments ago. It says here, I think it's from Fox News himself. Charlie Kirk suspected assassin captured at the fatal shooting of influential conservative voice in Utah. Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at Utah Valley University this past Wednesday. And the next day was like 9/11, aka Patriot Day. He said, "I'd go for this best I can." And this happened around like a little bit after 8. So we talk about almost an hour ago. First on Fox, in Orem, Utah, police has arrested a suspect in assassination of Charlie Kirk on a Utah college campus early this week. Kirk, a 31-year-old father of two, was sitting under a tent under like around 12:20 p.m. Wednesday, debating with students on hot-button current affairs or issues, when a single shot rang out. Video from the scene shows him struck in the neck before he slumped out on his chair. So like I said, his wife, his kids, friends and family, and possibly hundreds of thousands of people saw this. That's traumatizing for everybody. And I mean everybody. He had been invited to speak at the Utah Valley University by the campus chapter of Turning Point USA, a national conservative student group he founded. That's a doggone shame. So I think with a high degree of certainty we have him. President Donald Trump released on Fox and Friends Friday morning. He added that essentially someone who knew him turned him in. Yes, and I'm glad that person turned him in. He did the right thing. And they show a picture of the guy. Try to disguise as like a patriot. He has like a shirt that has a stamp on it, an American flag. Supposed to try to look like a patriot, and while in reality he's just an assassin. And the irony is that someone like Whoopi Goldberg, who was the biggest critic of Charlie Kirk, even she was quoted saying that it's beyond devastating for American discourse. So basically, yes, she disagreed with Charlie Kirk, but even she said like this is beyond reprehensible. Which means, yes, there's some hope for her. She has some humanity in her, believe it or not. Goes on to say that Trump says he hopes for the suspects against the death penalty. I agree, and found guilty. He explained how investigators found the suspect with the help from a minister, a member of the U.S. Marshal Service, and the suspect's father. So I think it was the suspect's father, maybe turned him in. We had the person that we think is the person we're looking for, but they drove into the police headquarters, and he's there now, Trump says. Witnesses scream in honor witnesses scream in horror and fled cover after the bullet first struck Kirk in the neck. He was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Others videos circulating online appear to show a dark-clad figure on a rooftop. Authorities said the gunshot came from about 200 yards away, likely from a perch atop the Losey's Center building, which is the opposite side of the plaza where Kirk was speaking. Investigators recovered a high-power bolt-action rifle, along with the route the suspect is believed to have used to escape, according to FBI Salt Lake City Special Agent in charge, Robert Bowles. The FBI released images of a man in black of their coin a person of interest in connection with the shooting. Bowles said they also found a palm print, footprint, and imprint from a forearm. Interesting. From Fox News Digital, witness investigating collecting a surveillance camera from the side of a home on a street adjacent to the campus. I have a feeling the suspect knew he was going to get caught sooner or later. Vigils held across the United States. Vigils held across the U.S. after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We must heal. That's true. I'm going to talk about that near the end. Just wait. The homeowner said the camera recorded someone running through the backyard after the shooting. Okay, that probably the suspect. Believe it or not, think that was it. I'll post a link so you can see for yourself. There's tons of links in there too. This is what I say. When certain people die, protests are being held. cities burn. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going there. Who I'm going to say. But when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, you notice for the conservatives, there was no rioting, there was no burning of buildings, there was not no massive protests. No. There were calls for peace, calls for prayers. That tells me the difference between conservative Republicans and liberal Democrats is that they're more likely to they probably lean on their faith when it comes to times of crisis, while liberal Democrats lean on their feelings and their emotions during a time of crisis. And usually when they lean on their feelings and their emotions, things go out of control and turns bad. Translation, we're not the same. People think I'm crazy for not being on the right side of history. Honestly, I believe I'm on the exact right side of history. I have no desire to change from it. The more I see how people behaving on that, especially seeing some disparaging things about a person who got killed because they have a difference of opinion, that tells me I'm on the right side of history. But what are your thoughts on this, folks? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll post a link about how they finally, have the person of interest who taking out Charlie Kirk. Until then, peace and love.